Starting live video. There we go. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Your Body is Your Gem, presented by BUPeriod. I'm your host, Vanessa Severals, and today we have a very special Jamila Gieseler.
Hi.
And she is here today to share. with us her journey and what inspired her throughout her journey of uterine fibroids. Hold one second. I just want to make sure that we don't need a V8 and you don't need one either. Okay. And the lovely ambiance you hear in the background is Brooklyn, baby. All right. So, as you know, Your Body is Your Gem is a blog podcast that we do with women who have issues managing their periods, and the goal is to help inspire other women who may be going through the same thing. So, you are, I believe, my fifth.
Okay.
So you're part of the inaugural pioneering group, you know. Not sure how far we'll get with this. I'm hoping to take it all the way. Sky's the limit, but I'm just proud to have you be a part of it. I've known Jamila.
Gosh, how long have we known?
Years. Yeah. Like Roman numeral kind of years.
Yeah.
Okay, if we had to put a date to a face.
Don't do that.
That's not good.
That's not nice.
No, that's kind of insulting.
Don't enable.
Okay, you know what? We just met, actually.
Yeah,
you
a
know.
nice lady I saw on the street.
No, but we do. We go back. We've supported each other. And Jamila, blessed. I was married. And I had the ultimate New York style wedding, and to complete and you know, put the icing on the cake, this wonderful soprano sang your girl down the aisle. Now I wish I could tell you exactly how it went, but I had blacked out. And you know, all I heard was and that was kind of the last thing I heard until I got to the altar, and then her voice came back and was like, "My love." I was like, "Yes, she did it. She hooked me up."
My pleasure.
So for my next wedding, I'm hoping she could be on call too.
Well, yes.
So, Miss Jamila.
Yes, my love.
Please tell us your story.
Well, I have had fibroids for a while. I had them. And I guess about...
What age were you diagnosed?
Well, you know, the beautiful thing, like, I thank God for Obamacare.
Yes, thank God for Obamacare.
Because being a freelancer since 2000, I wasn't able to afford health care. So I wasn't able to go to the doctor to figure out what I had. I could do the basic stuff, making sure but I couldn't, you know.
So, were you diagnosed already with them, or did you have symptoms?
I figured out symptoms.
Okay.
And then also my family history. My mom had them.
Okay.
I think my sister had them. So, you know, after a while I started noticing that
your mom and your sister had them.
And noticing that, you know, my belly was just getting big, and I was like, I know I'm not eating that much.
Right.
So I'm not eating that much, and I know I'm not pregnant.
Right.
So what's going on? And I guess around with Farrah, she went to Dr. Johnson. And,
yes.
And
we interviewed Farrah.
Yes, Dr. Johnson. And Farrah's like, she's awesome. And because I found a doctor that was like awesome. So I went to one doctor, and he was like, well, if it's not bothering you, leave it alone. But I didn't realize that they were getting bigger.
Okay. Well, how many were there?
Oh, well, see, that's the fun part.
Okay.
That's the fun part. When we did the ultrasound, they saw 5.
At the first time? Okay.
They went in, and all that. I even named them. It was, you know.
You named them?
I named them.
Okay, please, I gotta hear these names.
Okay,
no.
So wait. It was Larry,
Curly, Mo. That's appropriate.
And Bob. And the last one, the big one, I called him Cleatus.
Cleatus. Ooh, how'd you get Cleatus?
Well, he was big and annoying, so I called him Cleatus.
But it's kind of like a fetus, though.
Cleatus the fetus.
Ooh, all right.
So my doctor loved it. She was
Okay.
like, so, you know, and even after surgery, she's like, here's Cleatus.
I love how you took control and empowered yourself.
Yeah.
And didn't let them take you to a place. It took you to a place where you could not smile, but laugh about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could laugh about it. Well, y'all ain't staying, so
you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the
go
hell
home.
out of
You
here.
got to get out of here. And so I went and had a myomectomy.
Yes.
And that was January of 2011.
Okay, and just a reminder, the myomectomy, which is what I had as well, you have several different types of surgeries when it comes to removing uterine fibroids. One of the most invasive types, but the one type that can actually save your uterus is called a myomectomy, when they go in cesarean style, or sometimes they can go in the old way.
And gut you like a fish.
Gut you like a fish. But what they do is they remove the uterus, they scoop out the fibroids, they stitch back up your uterus, put it back in place, and they say, baby, if you're looking to have kids, do it fast because you are as fertile as a rabbit, baby. Mm-hmm. Yes. But you have to recover about 4 to 6 weeks after. How long was your recovery?
I'd say 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, I took the full 6 weeks myself. But just so that you know, you have plenty of options. But if you I know.
Oh, we're
Thank
back.
you. We are back. Sorry about that. That was a little Brooklyn commercial. Brooklyn has a lot of humor. Okay, but okay, yeah, we were just describing what a myomectomy is, and now.
Yes. So 2011.
Yes.
My doctor said, okay, we're gonna go ahead and have the myomectomy, and when they went in, they found 12.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was
so they saw.
disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
So they saw 5, right, initially.
Yeah.
But when they went in, how many years later?
No, it was actually that when they did the sonogram. That was around 2010.
So what type of sonogram did they do? The stomach or the transvaginal?
I got the full
gamut.
The full
okay.
gamut.
All right. And wow. So within 1 year, an additional carried to 7.
Yeah, or either they couldn't see them.
They couldn't see them. So one of did they tell you the location of them?
They did. I'm trying to remember, but they were not on the inside of my uterus.
They were external,
They were external.
Which may have explained the protruding of your stomach.
Right.
So again, there are a couple of locations where these fibroids can be located. Inside the cavity, inside the wall of the cavity. When I say cavity, your uterine wall. And externally, the external from your uterus on a stem. I know last time we spoke with Farah, hers was the size of a basketball on a stem outside her uterus.
Yeah.
So it may not affect fertility as much, but it can definitely affect the rest of your organs, pushing up against them.
Yeah.
Wow. So when you found out that 7 more had grew, did something say surgery?
Well, okay. I didn't know that until after the surgery. They were like, oh, we found. I said, oh, we found.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because and I forgot a step. It's like, in addition to having the ultrasound, my doctor actually put me on Lupron.
Okay, Lupron.
She put me on. So Lupron is like, it'll put you in chemical menopause.
Yes.
So that way it'll stop the estrogen. Mm-hmm. You won't produce estrogen. You won't have a menstrual flow that much. So for 6 months, I was in chemical menopause.
And how did that feel?
I realized now when I do have menopause, I don't know if I'm gonna like hot flashes because those are not fun.
See that? Now, that's how you gotta do. We have to do our research because, one of the ultimate ways that uterine fibroids, as well as other reproductive issues, are dealt with is a full-on hysterectomy. And what happens is that catapults you straight to 60 years old.
Yep.
As far as your uterus is concerned. And it's a lot that comes along with that. We spoke with Dina Molina a couple of episodes ago, and she went through early onset of menopause, but she immediately jumped on an herb diet and an herb regimen, morning, afternoon, and night, where she eliminated most of the symptoms of menopause.
Wow.
So now for those 6 months, what was that like? Did you change your diet or lifestyle? How did it change?
I didn't actually, not really knowing. I was just wanted the purpose was she wanted to shrink the fibroid before she actually did the surgery.
Got it.
That's the one thing she told me. She's like, I don't want to touch you until I can get, especially the large Cleatus.
Right, Cleatus.
Cleatus. Yeah, so she can get Cleatus shrunk. She didn't want to touch me.
Got it.
And so she said, I don't want to do it more than 6 months. And honestly, it shrunk by 50%.
Really?
Yeah. And she said that was like, she's like, that's unheard of. It usually doesn't shrink that much. So I attribute that to God.
Yeah. Well, yes. Thank you, Father.
Usually it's about 30%. It shrunk 50%.
Wow.
And so that was like November of 2010. And she's like, let's get in there and do this myomectomy now.
Okay, so from 2010, you was diagnosed, and then in 2011 you had the actual surgery.
Yeah.
Prior to 2010, how long did you feel symptoms? Or
I probably felt them for a few years, because I remember that one doctor I went to. That might have been 2006, 2007.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay.
But I remember 2007 that it felt like it had to be like exponentially. Like I was gaining weight, and I'm like, now I know.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I would, like waist trainers are wearing like,
yeah.
It has a little gut, but I was like, the waist trainer isn't working, the Spanx isn't working. It doesn't matter if I have it on or not. I still look like I'm pregnant.
Right.
And I've got on body armor here.
Right. Yeah.
So what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Usually I'm like, okay, Coke bottle. Wasn't doing it.
Okay.
And I could feel that, and when you feel into your abdomen, it's like something's hard.
Okay. I've heard that too, that it can be a hard feeling. Mine were all internal in my walls.
Okay.
And I think one was in my actual cavity.
Wow.
So, but none was external where I can actually feel that.
Yeah.
But my lower stomach, where the actual uterus was actually protruding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, because it was like from here. It looked. I mean, I remember before the surgery, the people would offer me their seats, and I'm thinking, oh, they're being nice. I'm realizing, oh, you think I'm pregnant.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I was like,
I'm like, ooh, how can I milk this? Do I want to milk this?
Yeah, because at first I was like, isn't that nice? I'm like, oh man. But what really made me jump up and do it, because I remember I was at church, and at the time I was over the singles ministry, and I remember one of the ladies looked at me and said, so when are you due? And I was like, what?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
I was like, no, I'm not due. There's nothing going on here. And at that moment I called the doctor and said, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, because this is crazy.
Now, you're one of the first people that I've heard of that went in and got rid, and just went and within it's been under 2 years. You were diagnosed, you found the doctor, you took the medication, you went through what you had to go through, you healed, and boom.
I gotta give attribute a lot of that to my mom.
Okay.
My mom was an RN, and so she had kind of been bothering me. You're just ignoring your mom. I was like, yeah, Mom.
Yes!
Yeah, Mom. And after she was like, come on. Just come on. Because she had fibroids, and she actually had to have an emergency hysterectomy at 40.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she had an emergency hysterectomy at 40. But at the time, she had me, she had my sister, she wasn't having any more babies, so she's like, it didn't matter.
Okay.
So her concern was like, come on, get it done, get it fixed. And if we can do something, let's see what we can do.
That's wonderful. The support system is so important. So your mom and your sister already had them, so I'm assuming it was easier for you to actually share with them what was going on. Okay. Yeah.
And my sister's case was mild, much milder.
Okay. And she was able to conceive.
Two little people running around. Two little boo-boos running around. So she's fine.
Good.
But so that was 6.5 years ago. And
since then, have they grown back?
I just went and had an ultrasound, and I had a doctor's appointment, and they have.
No!
They have. I just found out on Friday. And
I'm so sorry.
And you know what? On Friday I was a little bit in a funk, but now I'm like, well, I'll just explore my options. I don't know if I want to do another myomectomy.
Yes, it's so invasive.
It's invasive, and they couldn't do the C-section on me. They had to gut me like a fish.
Wow.
They had to gut me like a fish. They were planning to do the C-section, but the bikini cut, and they couldn't. She was like, we couldn't do it.
Got it.
And I was like, well, okay.
Okay.
No bikinis for me.
Wow.
And so, talking with my doctor on Friday, I love her. Man, Dr. Lisa Johnson.
Thank you, Dr. Lisa Johnson. And thank you, Dr. Bernadette Russell, who you hooked me up.
She hooked me up.
It's so important to find the right doctor.
And that'll listen, because actually when I first went to her, her first question to me was, do you want to have kids? are you looking at fertility? And at the time I wasn't married, and I was like, yeah, I wanted to have the opposite. Okay, then we're not going to talk about hysterectomy or do anything that will compromise fertility.
Yes.
And even now when I spoke to her, because my husband and I are still kind of up in the air, do we want to? And she said, well, if you want to leave the door open, you know, think about it. You don't have to make any decisions right now. You know, because like literally today's Sunday, I found out Friday. Right. And actually they grew back and it's a little bigger.
How often are you getting your checkup?
I would go every year. Now I hope we're back.
Yes, we are back from our commercial. That the second we get a budget, we'll start filling in those commercials with actual BUPeriod branded items. That's right. From our sponsors or those who we are having a social impact on. So when we left off, Jamila was sharing with us that unfortunately, like literally this Friday, she found out that they grow back. And that is what happens when you have certain types of surgeries. Well, all of the surgeries except the hysterectomy, you do leave room for them to grow back. There are certain surgeries that like UTE, uterine embolization, where they actually kill the main artery. So in that case, they're not likely to come back.
So it could compromise your fertility.
But it could compromise your fertility. So these are all the things that you have to, you know, think about. And I know it's hard. I know it's tough because it can be so overwhelming. But trust that when you do get that information, you will feel more empowered to make the next move that's right for your body.
Exactly. And so my doctor said, you know, we'll just sit down with your husband and, you know, talk about it, see what you want to do. If you want to leave the door open still for fertility, because, you know, I'm in my mid-40s now. So she's like, you know, you should know. So she gave me information like you should know that yes, you probably can still get pregnant. But understand you did have a myomectomy already, that, you know, you're an advanced age, but it doesn't mean that the door's closed. And, you know, here's some other things that you can do. And if you decide not to have children, that's okay too.
Good. It is okay.
You know, but just talk it over with your husband, decide what you want to do, pray on it. And if you decide that, you know what, we're just going to keep going the route we're going, then you make that choice. If I decide that I want to have a hysterectomy, I'll make that choice.
Right. You know? And that's the key word is choice.
Yes.
The last thing that I wanted to go through, God bless you, you did it in a year, you made up your mind. It took me 10 years because I wanted to make a choice. I wanted to be in control. I didn't want to have to not have a choice and involuntarily be taken to the hospital.
Right.
You know, I didn't want doctors making decisions for me right then and there on the spot, and I'm not aware of what's going on with my body.
Exactly.
And so I felt better when it was time for me to have my surgery. I felt more empowered. I said, I'm the one who said, yes, I want this. I'm the one who said, yes, I'm still thinking about having children, so this is a surgery. And, you know, I want to be able to go to a catalog and say, I'll have that, I want the a la carte when it comes to my body. And you know, and the decisions that I make about it. So I'm glad that you're talking about that, because do you feel a sense of empowerment?
I do. The good things that, you know, once again, it's so important to have the right health care provider, to have the right doctor that'll say, listen, you have choices, it's not the end. You know, her demeanor, her bedside manner is amazing and extremely positive. She's like, you know, it's not horrible. Because even, she's like, you know, I've worked on uteruses worse than yours. It's okay. And that, you know, that made me feel better. And knowing that, you know, like I said, I didn't have to make a decision right then and there. I can process it, do more research.
Yes.
You know, and look again at some of the things I was looking at before. And I'll be honest, like right after surgery, I went to like eating a whole food diet. And then I got married and, you know, being in love. And so,
you know, honey, you in love, man.
You in love.
You eat. You can tell when people are in love. Because they gave the freshman 15. You be like, you're either in school or you're in love. Which one?
We got both of us. We would just eat. and of course, everyone was expecting me to just be pregnant automatically. And I was like, I looked up and said, no, that's not a baby. It's chicken. It's chicken. It's chicken. It's not a baby.
Now I'm hoping it was organic chicken.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Depending on where we went. You know,
okay.
You know,
I mean, yeah, you can't always know.
You know, sometimes I made it, and sometimes like, let's go try this place.
Yes.
And you know what? I don't regret that. It was a wonderful time. I'm a newlywed. I mean, 3 years now, but 3.5 years. Thank you. And so we're like, you know, we're just going to enjoy us.
But I am a little bit offended. Like, dude, I was supposed to sing you down the aisle the way you sang me down the aisle.
My husband probably would have been angry.
Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah.
So how about let's make up for that. So right now there are so many women out there, as you know, 1 out of 3 women of color here in the U.S. alone have had or will have uterine fibroids. That's the problem.
Yeah.
What I would like to do is let them know that it's okay. They are not alone. And when you said that you would come on the show, soprano extraordinaire, I wanted you to help me sing to them.
Oh Lord,
you are not alone. But I mean, it just you are not alone. I am there for you. Oh, okay, you are not alone. I am there for you.
I'm not warmed up.
So what I'll do is I'll start it off. You do the and then you'll train me on how to, you know, where I should come in the middle part. If you're here, and then I come in.
But what are you trying to do, baby?
So I'm gonna do it first. You let me know what I did wrong.
I'll follow your
and then okay.
I'll follow your lead.
So from the bottom of my heart, ladies, if you're out there, all menstruators, if you're out there, and you have just been diagnosed with uterine fibroids or endometriosis or PCOS or anything that is driving you crazy with your periods right now or your fertility, I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart that you are not alone. We are here with you. Though you're far away, we are here to say that you are not alone.
Yes, girl.
Okay, how can I?
I'm enjoying this.
Can we do it together?
You pay me back.
But I want them to hear your voice too, because you know you're like freaking bad.
You were paying me back from the wedding. I was accepting.
So now we'll do it again one last time.
Okay.
From BUPeriod to all of you out there who need support. 5, 6, 7, 8. You are not alone. We are here with you. Though you're far away, we are here to say you are not alone. Woo! Thank you Well, thank you so much, Jamila. We love you, and thank you all for tuning in. For those of you who may know someone, who heard of someone, Brooklyn in the house, please have them tune in to BUPeriod's Facebook page, which is BUPeriod brand. B as in boy, U as in you, period, spell it out. Brand. And you not only can see this episode live here with Jamila, but other episodes of women who have also had issues managing their periods and how they triumphed off of it. I just want to give a quick shout out to the White Dress Project. Why? Because we can wear white.
That's right.
Make sure you look them up as well. They're on the forefront of fighting this fibroid battle. The Kalele Foundation out in Kenya, making sure that young girls who are out there in the most rural parts of Africa are getting the access, affordability, and awareness that they need when it comes to their menstruation so that they can stay in school.
Awesome.
And of course, the lovely Hope and Dreams Initiative for Girls that is out in Nigeria, literally building wash libraries for young girls, giving them sanitary pads, teaching them just how hygiene can help keep them empowered and keep them in school, which ultimately empowers everyone. So once again, thank you. Follow us, BUPeriod brand at Facebook, at BUPeriod Instagram, as well as at BUPeriod at Twitter. Thank you, and remember, your body is your gem.
Your body is your gem.